Hey everybody, it's Joey with Valley TCG. Uh, Hope everyone's having a good week. Well, I'm back. I took a little bit of a break in the last couple of weeks. Last week I was just not in town. I was traveling all over the US for work, for personal reasons, and well, I'm back. I'm back. Yeah, thanks for watching the video. Um, Today I'm going to be talking about some of the prices in OP 06, 07, and what I expect will happen in 08. So if you guys are, I guess if you guys have been enjoying some of my videos, or this is the first time you've watched, thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I do appreciate that. Now, before I get started there, I did want to announce that we have a winner. So we have a winner for the last giveaway for the 100 sub giveaway. I will be doing another giveaway at 300 subs. We're almost, 50, more than 50% of the way there. So if we just push over the limit, I'm going to be doing another giveaway. If you guys remember with this giveaway, I am giving away a Vinsmoke Reiju. That was a super fun box opening, and you guys got the best card out of the box, one with the most value, even though I think the SP Sugar is rarer. So without much ado, congratulations, OP07 Slide. Please get in contact with me. I left an email, or I left my email under the, I guess under the comment that you made, and we'll do a little bit of a fun verification process. It'll be pretty short and sweet, just to make sure that we're getting this card to the right person. So anyways, so thank you, Boji, for your comment, for your sub, and yeah, so good luck on the next giveaway, guys. Anyway, so first of all, I wanted to just quickly touch upon Wings of the Captain OP06. This is a box that I had talked about that I thought was going to increase in value, because at the time I was talking about this, box prices were around $80 a box. Now we can see it's starting to edge up, right? A little bit of a, I guess, slow start here, but definitely, around this time when it was $82 a box, we're starting to see it edge up, and that's what we like to see. That means there is demand for the product. And if we're looking at sales, we're seeing a decent number of sales across the board. Look at how many have sold just today alone. I'm not going to count that, but that looks to be close to 25 to 30 boxes today alone. Even if there's a ton of supply out there, if you're eating through 30 boxes a day on TCG Player, which this seems to be the case, we're going to start seeing elevators in the price here. And I think that's very, very exciting for OP06. And, I do believe that this is a box, especially as we get into the holiday season. We're going to see, quite a lot of value being generated by holding onto this box. That's just my assumption. Could be wrong, as always. But I really do feel like with this awesome top tier alternate art manga that we are going to see this value increase over time. And you never know. Who knows where OP09 or OP010 will bring the meta, but I think just overall, we're starting to see a very healthy meta where cards like Vinsmoke Reiju, which I'm giving away, will be a attractive card to play with. So just something to keep in mind. But today I wanted to be really talking about OP07. So OP07, like I said in my last video, I think it was floating around $100 a box when I made that last video, but I had expected the price to drop, and oh boy, has it dropped, right? So it was, yeah. So around this point, $100, $107, something like that, um, for OP07, and it's currently sitting at $85 a box on TCG Player from the Breaking Co. I guess being the lowest one, and he has 115 boxes. Let's just do a quick calculation, right? Of how 115 boxes divided by 12. That's 9.5 cases, guys. That's absolutely huge. That's a lot of cases that he's going to be just selling through. But that said, we are at just the beginning of the reprint. So the reprint hits on the 13th fully. That's supposed to be the release date of the reprint. We're actually just on we're I guess T minus 2 days till the reprint release. So I think that price might come down even a little bit more. And I think that's actually maybe a good thing. Oh, sorry, I don't know why I keep hitting that. So that just means you guys are able to open boxes for cheap. Oh my gosh, look at some of these thresholds, right? So 115 boxes, 30 boxes here, and then a jump right at Devastation. Devastation always seems to have a ton of cards available. I mean, he must just run a reasonably sizable LGS that he's trying to sell inventory through, primarily through TCG Player. So it just seems like there's a huge wave of inventory coming online. And like I talked about with this case or with this set before, the biggest problem is the manga boa. Not super, super valuable in my opinion long term. The art's not very good. But there are some other decent cards in here, like you can make your box back and more with Onami. Um, I think the treasure rare law is pretty neat. Lucci is playable in the next set. So I think overall there is some value in this set. Where it somewhat falls off, it comes down to the, oh my gosh, this Okiku SP. I actually really like this card. I don't know why it's so cheap. I guess I guess I'm very unique in liking that card, but the problem with the set is really just the super rares. There's not that many good super rares that are playable. So like you can see here, Luffy seems to be the only one. Sanji is as well around a couple bucks. But outside of that, and maybe Dragon, like it just kind of falls off, right? And I think that's a big problem with this set. Now that said, I still think this could be a set that appreciates over time. I mean, rule number one of investing when you're buying anything, buy things that are cheap, right? And at $75, $80, $85 a box, that's pretty reasonable. And I think that's actually a really good deal for this box, especially moving on the next few months. If they open again another set, it drives some demand in this box. I think prices could go up, and I think the SP art in this set is some of my favorite. I don't know. What do you guys think? How do you guys like the cards in this set? Love to hear your thoughts as well, and leave a comment, please. Love to kind of see how you guys differ. If you think I'm just completely off base, please tell me. Love to have a fun conversation. But I did want to just show you guys a couple of websites that are starting to sell at a very reasonable price. So Zulu board game, they're a sizable LGS. And they are also a huge online vendor. They, as you guys can see up here, there's just a ton of cards that they sell. So they were selling these boxes for $80 a box. They sold out very, very quickly, and now they're starting to sell at $85 a box. So there's obviously demand for this product, you guys, and that's just the point I'm trying to make here. That when there's demand, prices over time will go up. But if you think that's too expensive, well, I have a gift for y'all. This is Double Infinity Gaming. $75 a box. They're a smaller LGS relative to Zulus. These guys are based out of Florida. I've ordered from them multiple times. I've never had an issue. I think these guys are really, really good. Obviously, they'll allow you to, if you want to, I guess, just double box it. If you're buying a case. So let's say we do 12. And then you're trying to get a case, $900. You want to make sure the case looks really clean. Definitely get the double box. I think that's totally worth it, especially if you're a case collector, or even if you're not and you just don't want like one corner or two corners of your case dinged, and you open it up and the boxes inside are dinged. I think it's worth $5. So I would just say $75, super, super cheap, guys. Like that's probably as low as you can expect OP boxes to go. So sorry about that. So for people who are kind of hoping for One Piece prices to decline, well, here you have it. It's happened. So, good times, right? Good times. Anyway. So one other thing I wanted to talk to you guys about. Oh, by the way, I did buy 2 here. I'll probably buy another couple here. I'm not a big fan of 07 as much as I am of 06. Yeah, I'll get some though. But just wanted to share that hopefully very useful information with you guys. The last thing I want to end it on is 2 Legends, right? 2 Legends is OP08. It is dropping in 2 days. So hopefully you guys, if you did have pre-orders for this one, hopefully it wasn't too expensive, and hopefully you guys have been able to go to some pre-releases and events. I unfortunately have not been able to, obviously because of traveling and all of that. But hopefully I'll catch a couple events here and there just to test out this meta. But what I wanted to say here is do not FOMO and buy into this set. My sense is this is going to be the weakest set since OP04. I think that 06 was a great set. 07 starting to weaken, and 08, there's just not that many great cards in the set, and frankly, it's really, really disappointing, right? So we're sitting at $106 for a case. I think that, or sorry, for a box. This is pre-release. When everyone else is able to list, this is probably going to go down to, I'd say once this first reprint wave comes out, which is usually about a month from release date, yeah, you're probably looking at, I want to say like 90 a box, might trickle up, and just like with 07, with the second reprint that's come out, box prices were, hung in there for 100 for a little while, and it just collapsed with the sizable reprint. First of all, I don't know if there's going to be a massive reprint that comes after this, but if we look at 06 and 07, that's been the cadence from Bandai, so I think it's reasonably safe to assume that. And when that does come out, I mean, this is going down to $75 a box, if not lower, right? And I don't want to doom and gloom this thing, but let me just show you why. So first of all, even in pre-release, the top tier SPs, which in my opinion is this Ace, it's not even over 100 a card, right? So that's a number one sign that that's probably not going to head in the right direction. And the other thing is the manga rare is Silver's Riley, which I think was such a whiff from Bandai. So two legends, right? The two legends in this, if you just let's see if we can get a close up of maybe not. Anyway, so the two legends on the box art is Silver's Rayleigh and it's Whitebeard. And if you're a fan of the manga or anime at all, everyone likes Whitebeard more than Silver's Riley, right? So the fact that they use Silvers as the manga, that's just a poor decision making, a poor decision made at some point. And I think it's probably because they're trying to, draw this out a little bit more and have Whitebeard as the manga art in another box. And I just that itself is it just meant that the set is not going to do super well. And then the other thing, and there are cool looking cards in here, of course. I am a big fan of the art of the SP. This type, this is from OP05 as well. They have, that's a style at least, and I am a huge fan of this art style, which is so it's collectible. But One Piece is not as collectible as much as it is a playable type of game, right? So I think that playability here is just not there. It's really unfortunate, but the SRs in this set, I don't think any of them are like legitimately used. So we just saw a few. I mean, there's Kaido, there's um, Newgate, there's Snake, Lin, Carrot, and Jack, and Nami, of course. But it's just like the cards in here are just not that playable. The one playable one is this Black Maria. But if we just look at OP08 meta, so this is from One Piece top decks, and you can just kind of figure out, oh, here are the cards or the decks that are performing. And the one thing with One Piece is that ever since the law ban, it's opened up the meta like crazy. So there's a huge variety in what could win and what is winning. And as you can kind of see here, I mean, Kogara, who knew that um, Kogara could be playable? I mean, it's in '08, but like no one really thought this was going to be even playable, much less winning an event. And it did, right? It won actually a few events here. And then you had Perona's back. Perona won an event, and then Marco, which is also from OA, he also won an event, and he's bringing back like demand for some of these cards. But as you can kind of see, there's just not that many OA cards in here. This is from ST15. I thought this might have been from the set, but it's not. So this is the single '08 card that I see that's kind of jumping out at me that could be valuable. And there's two cards that you need, right? Here, really not much, just Lin maybe. You get 4 of those, but it's not like putting here. Let's go back, right? It's not like you see putting just win all the way down, right? What Law did when Law was dominant. Here's Dofi. Dofi's kind of back now from OP01. And really not that many cards from '08 still, right? That's from ST17. Yeah, so, while that's probably really bad for value of the cards here in '08, it does mean the meta is very healthy. And I'm actually perfectly supportive of that. So, you know, that's the, I guess, give and take of what you have when you have a healthier meta. So that said, you know, guys, if you're looking to buy two legends and make a lot of money, I just want to put that warning out. Anyway, so that's all I wanted to talk about. One last thing maybe is just that this starter deck 14 is dropping soon. There's not really that many things in here that are worth a lot of money, so definitely don't buy this to try to cash out or make a bunch of money that you could, like, you know, buy your kids Christmas presents with. But if you are a fan of starter decks or and you like to collect them, this is one that is coming out very soon. So just a heads up there. So, anyways, we have the premium booster coming up next here in the US. And then we have '09 actually relatively soon afterwards, right? So it'll hit around Christmas time. So looking forward to that. Hope you guys are as well. Thank you guys for listening to me talk about One Piece. I know it's been a while since I've made a video. So I appreciate you guys watching and keeping up with the maybe jarring release schedule here on my content. But I do appreciate everyone's support. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will talk to you guys next time.